Hello, hello. It's already
Hey,
recording.
all right. You're back live
We're back. Yes, from the
after done.
craziness.
Nice. That was fun. It's really fun. How was it for you?
Well, I think at first it was really hard. Like, I have to think about it, like because like today I didn't code much. I don't know if you saw it, but like I was like just so obsessed with the theme,
That's true.
and I was like constantly thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you feel about it?
Well, it was great. Like definitely it's different type of different way of engaging with this 1 hour.
Yeah, yeah. It was different. No, it was different.
Because
But how was the sound? Because I couldn't hear anything from you, and
no,
I
I
was missing
didn't.
a bit of that.
Hmm?
I was missing a bit your sound because even
Oh,
sometimes I don't hear. Yeah, I hear something from you, like or
no, because
yeah,
I was not playing the sound. I was playing the sound in my headphones, but I didn't stream it to you.
yeah. But what I mean is like as well.
Like even if I speak.
Yeah, like if you speak or if you
Oh,
move, or like, I think is the or
that's weird.
do like this or normally, like how you did it today?
I think it was the same, but I don't know. Like because always it's sound on my computer is quite complicated.
But you could hear me.
Yeah, I mean, I was muting once in a while, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But I think it's good because also like at the end we were like playing different sound, but it's kind of
But
working
I think it's cool.
somehow.
I think it's cool as long as at some point I ask you like, do you hear me or something? At that
Yeah.
moment, I wanted to share the song at that
Mm,
moment. So do you hear
okay.
that?
Yeah. Also, like today, I tried to like switch to OBS, and I still hear your sound. Like last time, I talked about the I don't want to have too many songs in the recording, but
Yeah.
I at one point I was muting OBS to record sound, but I was still hearing you,
Oh, okay.
which is also possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. Like at the end, I was like, I just shut down everything
You were
from
moving a
hybrid.
lot. Like in this session, you move a lot.
Yeah,
Like you were
yeah, I
doing
did.
some motion that it was very repetitive. You were going in some direction.
And you know
Like
that it was recorded.
you recorded.
Yeah. It,
Yeah,
so I was using two computers, and no, I didn't really expect to do that, but I was using the main computer, the desktop one, but then I wanted to like record movement and play it as a loop.
yeah.
So I brought another computer and I was doing it.
And how you were doing the loop? Where were you doing the loop?
Somehow I did it. I recorded the video from the camera, and then I was playing back as a loop and using OBS virtual cam to play it just like the webcam.
But I don't understand how you get the loop still.
Well, I record something
Yeah,
as a video, so you have a video, and
yeah.
you just play it as a loop on
But
you
where
play.
did you play it as a loop? In OBS, you can put as a loop.
In OBS you can, but I didn't actually think about it. I was just playing it in VLC player,
Ah, okay. And then there you keep it there in a loop.
and then I take that as a virtual input of OBS.
Ah, okay. Now I understand. Like, yeah, how you get the loop. Okay,
Yeah,
you put it in VLC. Yeah.
yeah. But you can also do it in OBS.
You can do loops in OBS.
Yeah, yeah. Like there's like a media source that you can play a video, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it was great, and I was because I did this because it's predictable, and then I was changing the playback speed, so the loop
Ah,
became faster actually.
yeah, because I was at the end, I scaled this thing, so that my idea was not doing that, but it ended up doing it like this. I wanted I wanted actually to be small. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be small, so I was trying to scale me. But then at the end, I just have the grid, and then I thought, okay, this is cool. And then I thought I will put you there, then in the grid, and yeah, that was cool. That was cool, like to have you there. And then just I see you like passing, because I multiply you many times, so I see you passing in that
Mm.
loop, So because I was not watching live lab, so I just saw that you were doing that. Keep on doing. I just saw the loop, and I didn't know you were doing a loop. So I
I
thought,
see.
okay, that's predictable. That was very predictable.
Well, but at the same time, like I think I was really like aware of like something I wanted to do at the end was I think this is like something in hip hop. Like I think Mio told me this, but you do like so you have three steps. Like first one, then second one is you emphasize the same movement, but the last one you actually make it small so that it becomes unpredictable to the audience.
Oh,
And I was somehow thinking about it. I don't know if I was doing it, but like the also like the reason why I was just like staying almost not still, but just in front of the camera at the end. I don't know if you saw it actually, but um, that
I
was.
thought you were just really tired, because when I came back, I came back to OBS. I came back to OBS to Live Lab just to close the session. So
Ah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
like I was having like 30 seconds before 10, before 11. So I was
yeah.
just there waiting for that, and then I see you are there. So, but in my head, you were just moving all the time,
Ah,
because in my
yeah.
screen you were just keep on moving all the time, and it was so small I could not really see that it was like, let's say you were just doing a loop, because it was just so small. It could be just really you doing that all the time. So
Yo,
then
this is just
when I come
this
back,
is
then you are like this.
crazy.
I thought you are I thought you are
No,
really
no,
tired.
but actually I was moving a lot, but different moves.
You were moving a lot today. That was cool as well, because at some point as well you were sitting.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that was cool. That was cool
yeah,
also. Yeah, I saw
yeah.
that. Yeah, it's cool.
That
Yeah.
was very unpredictable, I would say. I didn't
Yeah,
really
yeah,
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
Because today I thought like I will work on the museum thing again. No, not the museum, but the framing thing again. Like last time we were playing with well, I was playing with the space. And
yeah.
then like this topic was like well, I mean I could work on it, but it's more about time. Also like you kind of wrote something about well, maybe you didn't write about time, but this topic is really more like in the time domain rather than the space.
The prediction.
Yeah, yeah.
Prediction.
It's about. Oh,
Yeah.
you said something about the future? No, I don't know.
Yeah. I said that. What was it? I said
We can watch it later.
yeah, predict the future. I mean something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah,
I used to when I write sometimes I will write something that is obvious, and at the end I didn't write the last two words or something.
I
I do
see.
that all. Uh, yeah, but it was cool. It was cool. I was as well using text because I miss the text between there's a text editor. I use a lot of Windows. We use a lot of Windows this session in Live Lab. Like
Yeah,
at some point we had like 8, 9 of those things open. Like I normally use just one switcher. I was using two switchers. Yeah, I
yeah. Me
use a
too,
lot.
actually.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I like it
Yeah,
because it was very simple, but like for like a part of how simple was what I was doing, like aesthetically what I got was very nice. Like I really like it. At some point I end up at somewhere, and then I thought, oh, okay, just this is it. and it was just by mistake, like, and then just going to the red and the squares, and I
Mm.
really liked them. Yeah, it was cool. It was very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I couldn't because my yeah. So my goal was, I don't know if you know what, if you saw what I was doing, but so there was this grid, and then so my idea was to have you, because you were moving in the small grid, but behind I wanted to have not myself, but because it was a karaoke of I Will Survive. So I wanted
Okay.
to have that. I wanted to have the frame of the karaoke of I Will Survive while you were doing that. But I was too excited and I didn't manage. At the end, I just saw myself then I thought, okay, this works. I'm just gonna dance because I didn't move. I moved just the last, I think, 6 minutes. And from
Mm.
time to time, I did something. But today, I didn't move that much. But
Yeah,
it was cool.
you're really like, I don't know if you're coding or, but I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see
I
much
was
like
trying
you
things.
moving. Yeah.
I was trying different things. Yeah, I was coding, moving things around, trying to make things in my head, and then like then trying, but they were not working. But there was a lot in that. But it
For
was
me, it
cool.
was opposite.
Yeah, that's true. It was completely the
I
opposite.
mean,
And
throughout like
normally,
1 hour, I think.
we do it the other way around. Normally, you will be more like into like changing, and then I will
Mm.
spend more time moving. I think the last sessions, yeah, it feels cool.
Yeah.
But I feel now, wait, because then I feel okay. This is the part of things that I think that because now I think I'm excited. So then then like the talk, let's say in terms of building up something is not neutral. It's like because
No, no,
I'm so
no.
excited. Yeah.
But to be honest, I always like I don't always already feel this kind of so I was so excited, but what was it? Like I just feel like I cannot articulate, or like I don't even know it was like something to share. But I think that's really important because now I'm trying to, in a way, I'm trying to judge, but I shouldn't, in a
Oh, I
way.
see, I see, I see. I see. Okay, the way how I interpret that, because I think already, because slowly then I'm calming down, no? So then it's
Mm,
like the first reaction is I will send you a message. Then wow, it was so cool. I mean, even though, so this time I didn't finish like hyperventilate because I was not moving that much, but then I feel as well I finished like what that was very distressing, like for my whole day, the things that I
mm,
was doing and stuff, like it was completely something like very nice to do, you know.
yeah.
So and then I finish it just like that, but then slowly, then now we talk, and it's like in a way, how I relate this what you said, judging in your head. I related with, I'm saying that yeah, but maybe it wasn't so special, like slowly it gets like I'm becoming more still, like I'm coming back to myself, like I normally I'm not drinking so late. I make a Porto drink cocktail. This is a Porto tonic cocktail that I learned to do it in Porto like 3 years ago. I never drink it. I have a bottle there, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I need to drink something special, and I make a cocktail. So salud.
Well, you should have used it with the green screen.
So
Anyways.
wait, because I think maybe it's cool from something that we are talking is I think this is the flow, no? I mean,
Mm.
that's flow, no? Yeah, this is just flow because in a way, it just be doing something. The time passes and it was very, very so. I feel very soft.
But I think it's somewhat different because from what we talked about, like flow is really like when you don't really question, you don't get um aware of what you're doing. But today I was really like conscious about what I'm doing and what I want to make, but at the same time, like it's fun. I don't know how to explain it, but also like it's kind of feeling that I might ruin everything by doing something, but so I have to be kind of, it's so delicate, but at the
Yeah,
same time I have this joy.
yeah. That's how I feel. That's my relation with code, and my doing, my learning, my trauma with code is because I think it comes from dance, because in dance as choreographer, or what you learn if you study ballet and stuff is just you learn to be a freak control, no control freak with time and space. You are like you want to control everything. I remember when I worked with visual artists in performances. So let's say if I do a performance, my approach it comes from time and space, and this the approach from visual artists one of the first times when I was doing that, their approach is very conceptual. And just with the material basically, because that's what they learn, to work and transform the materials. And for me, like, so if we work together, I remember that we spent some time and I was going crazy trying to calculate everything in for the performance, and the guy was just like, it was completely different. So the relation of that is different. So I think as well when I'm working with coding, and many times like then I'm just, I don't know sure what I'm doing. I'm very afraid to do the things wrong. So to just write wrong the code, and then and then because of that, then I will keep thinking too much of,
Mm,
like, how should it be, like today I was not doing that, like, because yeah, and then I was more relaxed. I was just like moving sometimes numbers, and from time to time then I will think trying to make sense, like, okay. But yeah, so it was more organic, that process, in
mm.
yeah.
I see. To me, it's more about like the idea today. Like like I try some kind of idea. Like one is work on the floor, or I record something, and then it's. I mean, obviously, like what we do is like not about judging. Like I don't. It doesn't matter if this idea doesn't work, or you don't like it, or I don't like it. It doesn't matter. But when I try it, actually, I'm really like afraid of it. If it's gonna be like interesting to put the
But it
camera.
feels like, it feels to me like, as well, in what we talk, if we refer, I think I found very interesting this, because if I compare with few weeks when I feel we were like developing based on release conceptual structure and building up. If I compare with now, like now I'm not taking notes, I'm just drinking my cocktail and just being relaxed. I'm thinking that the I feel as well the way how we are talking, that we are more flexible in whatever you need to be flexible, then normally you don't give your space for being flexible. And then myself, for me, in my own experience, in for what I'm not flexible normally in the practice, um, like for instance, like you were doing things that normally you wouldn't do, like sitting, and you were, but on those things, as you said, like regardless of if they were good or bad, you feel okay from doing them. So you were allowing yourself like to get out of from places that and not
Mm.
thinking too much, right? I think what I'm trying to say is, like, I think it felt very flexible, that we both are getting more flexible in the frame, because still we have is I mean, still we are not getting out. It still is framed. We use the same thing. Still is Hydra lab today with 18 this 18 squares. But then from there, then we are just. I think you remember what you were referring at some time with what Martin says about the tools, or what was it?
Tools.
About
I don't know.
about about limitations, about what? Yeah, yeah. You were referring constantly about something that he said that in my
I mean,
head
the
is
painting,
what? Yeah.
paintings
Yes.
in the museum, or
Yeah.
paint in the bucket.
Yeah. 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 I think it's very. I mean, I feel that it's very, very cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like directly related, but yeah, I think it's good that like I had some ideas today on the spot. Obviously, it's not something prepared, but yeah, we had like a room to try it, and I would really regret if I didn't try these ideas. And it's yeah, I think it's really good that we have a theme, so it's not like progression with Hydra and something we already have, but I mean, we used it, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Because I have a fear that like as we do this practice, I feel like starting to kind of trying to be the master of Hydra, which is not obviously not the objective of this. But I start to feel like, okay, I can do this cool effects, but then what is it?
But I think it's cool. I mean, I don't know. I can speak from what I can experience from your side. Let's say with the tools, and I feel that you're more flexible and more, yeah, more relaxed, and that's what I perceive. Like if we are two, like yeah, the feeling that you give me through the doing is more accessible for me.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, yeah, and it's not because you are not doing, because like let's say the last few times you were like doing, let's say, less. I mean, less glitches or less something more complex. I don't think it's because of that, but it's just because the way how you go, the way how how you go, like the intention that you put on. And it's
mm,
cool because like still you go in your thing, but you have a reference. When I ask you, hey, Naoto, you there, you're back, for, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So it's very, yeah, in a distance, because this is a distant proposition. um I feel more engaged, like more, yeah, more like if we are more if we are like if you are here. It feels more real.
Mm,
Yes, I think that's the word. It feels more real to me.
I see. Yeah, it's also like really strange as if I think back of what I was doing during the practice, like I felt like I was really in my bubble and felt like I'm not really looking at your video or using your video or but if I think back, I really feel that I was like constantly like checking what you're doing.
Yeah,
And it's not necessarily like I'm using your material, but
yeah,
it's also like a bit I don't know. I feel like I'm afraid of everything, but I'm afraid that we kind of miss something by
yeah. I
not
have I
looking
have
at
the same
you.
feeling. That's weird. That's something that I have to say, that as well I'm sharing, because even though I feel very gay at the moment, very happy, like, yeah, gay as happy. Then I have this fear. There is some fear there. There's this fear that, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, but so it's not like something that is taking over what I'm doing, but it still is there. Like, maybe I should put you. Yeah, it's like this. I should,
Mm,
maybe, because it's true. Like today, I didn't use a lot of you, just at the end, because I wanted just to dance, and I have a concrete idea why to put you there. But before, I think for maybe 40 minutes that were you were not there. But if we talk like really literally and comparing the other practices, that changes from practice to practice, because that's the whole point with the practice. We don't know what we're doing. Um, so I think this, yeah, this I just agree with what you said. I
mm,
feel identified with that. I should something in
yeah.
relation with you, because that's different. Yeah, that's different. That's different than the things that that I have to handle with what I want to do, like my ideas, my creative ideas. But what I'm trying to say is like this fear, or this I should involve you in my frame is there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's what I want to say, and but I think it's also coming from, kind of feel responsible in a way because we are spending the time together, and it's we both want to do something good, and I don't, not saying that I don't want to ruin it, but because we're both here for each other, it's there is some kind of responsibility, but that doesn't mean that I should do this way, I should do that way.
Yeah, but I understand what you said. It's like
And this
it's
is really strange. I mean, not and strange means that it's alien to me. Like it can happen when you work with someone, but I don't know if this happened to me before. Maybe because of this format we do, that we meet every week, but 1 hour, and that starting to create something that I never encountered.
I think what the word you said is very appropriate. What you said, like there is some, but it's very cool because I feel like responsible. Like there is some shared responsibility in something that is cool. Something that is it's fun.
Yeah,
Uh, and you know what I'm thinking? There's a bit weird because I'm trying to think like, what if all the other person will just hear, check this conversation? Is that I know what you mean about this fear, or this I should. I know what you mean, even though it's not completely articulate. And when I'm trying to articulate as well, I cannot express completely what it is. So I understand. I mean, I understand what you're trying to say. I relate from what you're saying, but I'm just thinking that maybe it's because just now we know each other and we speak this language. Then if other person from outside will try to just come and see, I'm trying to think like, what the fuck these people are talking about? What the fuck is wrong with these people?
well, I think we say something rational, but it's something has to be experienced.
Yeah.
I don't
What?
know. I'm not saying that we are special, but because we are doing this, that we experience this practice, and that's something. It's like a new emotion that we have. So
Yeah.
it's something that we
Yeah.
can explain somehow, that we've been doing this practice, and we have this shared responsibility and blah blah, that people can maybe understand, but it's something that they have to
The
experience to like
feeling,
really.
the feeling that I was having today, for instance, yeah, it's very similar at the feeling that I will get when I'm very, very excited in a party. Like when I'm dancing and I'm very, yeah, when I'm drunk actually. When I'm drunk, then I'm easy, like more out, more extroverted, and that's the feeling that I got. Like for instance today, and it's so cool that then I can just jump into the practice, and then I can just party for 1 hour. Like just like get out of my head for 1 hour. It's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
therapeutic, very therapeutic,
theoretically,
therapeutic,
yeah.
therapeutic.
No,
Like
but
yeah,
that's something I also wanted to. I don't know. I thought about this like a while ago, but I think I never shared. But one of the my favorite workshop dance workshop I've done is something that we try to become animal. We get naked and we're dancing. Like it's really crazy. Um, but like from this experience, like that workshop, I always think, that was a really special moment that I want to do it by myself, but I cannot recreate it because the choreographer, I mean, the workshop leader and other people, they're we have this kind of some kind of agreement of what we're doing, and we create really like gradually create the space for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then that's where we get. And it's not
Right.
something that I go to a studio and I can just do it by myself. Oh, maybe I can come closer, but it's really hard. But when I do the practice, like especially at the last 10 minutes, it becomes something like that, that it's just
Maybe that's something interesting to talk. Like, what does it? I mean, then what does it mean? Like the last 15 minutes. What are those minutes? Because like even though like what I experience is like even though I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing every single time that it changes, the last minutes I is like the way I see it is like that's the time that I feel in one hand I have to go crazy. Uh, Somehow it's like I feel like already we agreed that with the last time, the last moments, just we dance a lot. But more important as well is like a compromise with myself, like to get out of the computer. Like if
yeah,
I fail in what I was doing or whatever it is that is not working, just leave it and just move
like a node.
like a node. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like the last part of Node, exactly, right? Like that crazy, like that, like going like bananas out. Yes, that's
Yeah,
a good example.
yeah. Like I was so stressed that everything was not working, and last 10 minutes was like just crazy.
At some point, I start jumping.
And like we were just switching places.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's also that something that we like already share as kind of our nature, that it just works somehow,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
perhaps.
Ah,
I don't know. Let's stop here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah. So maybe did you stop already? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, so wait, let's do this. Let's read one paragraph of this before we close. What was it? This predictable and predictable expectation.
107, right? Yeah, I'm good at numbers.
107, yes, 107. Okay, it said predictable and unpredictable expectation. What is predictable must be both predictable and unpredictable, and what is unpredictable must be both unpredictable and predictable. That says anything. That just says the same.
Yeah, I wrote it on the screen.
Do you want to read one thing? Just choose one thing from that page or from
Yeah, I
the.
mean that would have been something, but there's also
Yeah,
um,
or just read one paragraph that you
yeah,
like.
expectation. In the absence of narrative, assuming for the moment that we have none, then other factors come into play that determine whether or not the audience still cares what happens next.
Do the audience care? You
And
can stop it.
this is actually some. Oh yeah, let's. We'll have in the behind the scene. So bye.
Bye.